Applause for all our graduates. We did it, guys. So we have with us today the television and screenwriting program, of which I'm a representative, but we are also joined by the education and counseling students. You guys are the real heroes. The rest of us just write stories about them. But as I'm sure you've all gathered by now, my name is Dakota Gibson. I am standing before you today truly humbled and honored to be here as the speaker for this ceremony. Words really can't express the joy and the pride that I feel being here today. But since I'm nothing if not a writer, I suppose I'll give it a shot. When I was growing up, I felt pretty disconnected from myself and the world around me. Movies and TV were my escape. They opened up whole other worlds of adventure and impossibility that made me feel like a part of something bigger than myself. Like it was okay to be different. And even from a young age, I knew I needed to be a part of that. I had to take that feeling and put it back out into the world whatever way I could. Of course, growing up in Kansas, there weren't very many opportunities to do that other than just like writing short stories for my own amusement. I used to say that I was just gonna skip college altogether and move to LA and become a superstar overnight. I think I might have given my mother a heart attack or two with that one. But hey, look at me now, Mom. After all, at the time, Hollywood may as well have been an alien planet to me. And it was pretty scary, but I knew that taking that leap would be one of the most important things I'd ever have to do. I came to Stevens College, wide-eyed and eager, if not a little naive, but truly I left here a different person than I was when I came. I learned so much here, not just about life, but about myself and the kind of woman I was meant to be. Through my experiences here at the school and the Kappa Delta sorority, I felt for the first time like I really was a part of something bigger. For the first time, my own life had made me feel the way I'd always relied on film and TV for. Felt real. I don't think I would have found that anywhere else but here, where powerful women come together to forge the future together, here, where I learned what it means to be powerful. Stevens is truly like a second home to me, and it now holds a doubly special place in my heart as my alma mater twice over. I received my bachelor's degree in creative writing, if you can believe it. I've always found it easier to express myself through writing. It's where ideas and creativity can flourish. Nothing is permanent. Everything changes. It's messy and it's difficult to navigate sometimes, but it can also be liberating and beautiful. And that's life. We all have our own stories to tell, and who's to say where they may take us. I certainly never would have gotten this far without all the people who have helped and inspired me along the way. I'm immensely fortunate that my family has always supported me in my dreams. They really are the best little fan club a girl like me could ask for. But it was actually Kate Kogut, who was my advisor my senior year, who sat me down about a month before I graduated, and she asked me what I was gonna do with the rest of my life. And despite all the thought that I'd given it, I honestly had no idea. So that's when she told me about this Perfect for Me program and introduced me to Dr. Roseanne Welch, who none of us from my cohort would be here without. I've learned so much from Dr. Welch in the short time that I've worked with her, but perhaps the most important thing she taught me was to not be afraid of this dream. Because sure, it might be scary, but anything and everything that's worth doing should be scary. I know that all too well. But I also know that no dream is too big for a bright-eyed little kid. Nor should it be. Because dreaming big is what leads to becoming a part of something bigger. And through all of you, I have found that. I cannot thank you enough, Roseanne, for everything you've done, truly. And thank you, Kate and Anne, for always seeing my full potential and pushing me to achieve the best I can be. And thank you, President Lynch, for such a warm welcome back home. Thank you to everyone in my cohort who have been like a family to me, for letting me be a part of your stories and inspiring me. And thank you to all of the counseling students who have dedicated your lives to the bettering of other people's lives. Truly, that is the example that I strive to live up to through my writing, because really, what is art if not therapy? It's important to remember that this can be a cruel and unjust world that we live in. Injustice seems to rear its ugly head around almost every corner, but it has always been the duty of creatives to reflect that brutal reality through an artistic lens, to get people thinking, and if we do our jobs right, to light the spark that implements the fires of change. It is the Stevens motto to learn, grow, and lead. I have done my fair share of learning and growing in my time here, but now the responsibility to lead falls on all of us. It is our responsibility to write the script for a better future together. It was stories about community and heroism that inspired me to become a writer in the first place, to try and give a little bit of that light back to the world. And so now it's up to us to inspire the next generation of dreamers. So with all of that in mind, I'm gonna end on a cliche. I've always loved that old saying, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And that sounds like a pretty great place to be to me, because now and forever, we are all Stevens stars. So let's go out and shine bright, huh?